who they are, but I'm able to connect with them, right? And I think that this position, it deals with maintaining and creating a positive image for the club. And I feel like that I'm so passionate about this club that I really do think I can do a good job. And this semester I actually committed myself to being more involved in the club, right? Being more involved in like the officer duties, and as a result, I was actually working with Zach in the subcommittee for PR, and because of that, Tyler can speak to this. Tyler and I, we went to speak at a really 300 large class, lecture hall class, and we killed it. I thought we killed it, and I know that we did because after class, a student came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I really liked your speech, and I would like to go." And I handed him my card, and I thought that was a really great interaction, and I really enjoyed that. Right, being able to connect with somebody, like I said before, I had no idea who he was. But I knew that he was passionate about Toastmasters, and I knew that we could offer him what he needed, right? And so that's one of my qualifications. I have experience in going out there and speaking with complete strangers and telling them about what Toastmasters can do for them. And as a matter of fact, I have one idea that I think we've done a really good job this semester of putting the word out there that we exist, first of all. And I think the socials are a really great idea. I think they're really fun. People are I think people will definitely find them very attractive when we continue doing them. And I think another thing we could do as well is creating a meetup event every single Monday online, just for people who in the Athens community, not just the UGA, but people in the Athens community, so that they know that again we're here and that we can offer them the opportunity to develop their public speaking skills. And like I said lastly, I just want to mention this one more time. Like I really do enjoy this club, and because of this club, I've been able to, like I said, connect with people who I have no idea who they are. I've been able to talk to them and develop the confidence to speak whoever I'm with, and just be who I am, just by myself. You know what I mean? So just one more thing to keep in mind. Remember, a vote for Enrique, a vote for Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you. Is this your preferred?
It's my preferred, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Would anyone else like to run for VP of PR?
You can run up for 2 positions, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just putting that out there. Wanting to run. Right, Ryan?
If you're like running for one of the other positions, you can always run for another one, just like a 4-1-2. You might get it. All right. So since I see no one else is running for VP of PR, we'll move on to VP of Membership. Now our current VP of Membership is Bhanodai Pippala. He is in charge of making sure we get or retain members, because in business, as you know, it's more expensive to get new members as it is to just retain. So he meets with every single member one-on-one for around 15 minutes to explain what Toastmasters is, what the membership process is like, and also making sure that people who come by a lot pay their $75. And also he's in charge of sending out the weekly reminder email, because he also receives all the emails once people sign in or sign in from Club Fair. So, would anyone like to be the VP of Membership for next year? All right.
Thank you, Tyler. I've been part of Toastmasters for now 2 years. Past year as being the current VPM, Vice President of Membership, and in that role I've had many struggles, but also many accomplishments, 3 of which I'll describe shortly. First, one of the major aspects I had, or one of the major struggles I had when I first became VPM, was that there wasn't really any materials for me to understand and how to run the position itself. Therefore, I was able to make documentation, such as Excel spreadsheets detailing when someone joined the club, how they paid, whether in cash or Venmo, and other aspects of that particular individual's membership. A second accomplishment that I was able to bring forth to the table the first semester was actually accomplish 2 of our goals on our President's Distinguished Manual, which is to have 8 members at least join within the first semester, or at least within the whole year. I was able to do that within the first semester, and I found that was a great way for me to knock that out first semester and focus on actually building relationships within the members themselves, rather than having them go through the door, hi, what's your name, give me some money. I actually wanted to make sure that you all enjoyed this club, that it wasn't just me asking for you all to give me $55 or $75 each and every single semester. And third, the biggest accomplishment really with regards to this club is creating a Venmo. Before, the old system required me to go with my laptop, take this, ask you to literally fill it out using your own time, rather than being able to pay your dues at your own leisure. With the creation of a Venmo, this allowed a streamlining of the membership process. And additionally, I'm able to have a paper trail with regards to the usage of that app. I do also accept cash. So if there is any issues with individuals using a Venmo, there's an alternative for individuals who pay their membership. 3 goals I have with regards to this position for next year. First, being able to have membership renewal documents. I know one of the misconceptions individuals have for the past year that have come up to me is, do you pay only once a year, twice a year? Oh, do you pay only once and you're done? So next year, I certainly want to have a flyer or some type of way to inform individuals that you pay twice a year and that it's around $55. Second is a way to subsidize our payment system for individuals who may not be able to afford the $55 and essentially look at trying to use some of our club funds as an alternative method to decrease the costs that they may have to endure. And third, essentially is formulating a bank account. Our current financial system is my personal bank account. I would certainly love to have a separate bank account for this organization in order to formalize the club's infrastructure and not really rely on the mixture of my personal finances with Toastmasters' personal finances. And it certainly will allow the bank to not assume any suspicious activity. So overall, those 3 aspects, successes and goals for the future, I hopefully will be able to carry that forward if you all are able to re-elect me. So, thank you. Is anyone else running?
I will.
It's my preferred.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was joking. Or not.
All right. Anyone else like to run for VPM? I see a no from Jessica. All right. Give it a few more seconds just in case anyone.
They can also run at the end.
That's true. Everyone, you can run at the end. We'll do. Actually, I'll just add that right now.
Well, I was going to say strategic running instead of...
No, strategic running. I'll call it the why not category. Alright. So, let's move on to VP of Education then, since I don't see anyone else who wants to commit. Okay. So, VP of Education currently is run by Tyler Burnett. He's done a very good job, I'd like to say. Tyler Burnett is in charge of everyone's stats at the club. So he knows how many speeches everyone has done, and every single time they've done evaluations, all those things. It's pretty insane. And also, he's in charge of making sure every member who signs up for a role knows how to do the role before the meeting. So he made some documents. So this is actually helping future VPEs so that they can help teach the members how to do certain roles. And also, if they have to do a one-on-one learning, then the VPE is their man or woman. Also, the VPE is in charge of tracking the goals set by the president for the club, which I set this year as Presidential Distinguished Award, the highest award you can get. And making sure that we achieve that goal is also VPE's job, and we achieved that goal, so I did a pretty good job with that as well. It's just like an accolade. Also, one other thing. I think that's about it, actually.
Educating on like just everything about everything. Anybody that has a question about the club, come to me. And it's like, well, when did the club start? It's like 1920, 1924, stuff like that. I mean, just anything, or find out.
So basically, our club's Google. I was also formerly BPE, so it's a lot of work, low key, high key, actually.
Yeah, I will say this, just as a disclaimer, it is one of the heaviest workloads of all of the officer positions. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you have classes on top of that and everything else in life, it can catch up to you.
Because you're also in charge of the Google Sheet as well, so making sure if, say, someone drops out, you can fill in that role adequately. Being a former VPE and current president, the workload is almost the same, so it's a lot. But don't let this deter you. Would anyone like to be VPE?
It's a great
Hey! I was going to say, you didn't do this for any other position.
Okay, so that wonderful speech by Tyler about VPE, I don't know if any of you all were deterred. If you were, I mean, great, but yeah. But anyway, I've been wanting to do the VPE position since October. I was interested in it, like I said, in October. I went to Tyler and I asked to be a part of his committee, and he gave me some information, and since then I've just been working with him and with making the Google Doc sheet and making sure that everyone's stuff is on point and everyone knows when they are speaking, what the positions are, how many times they have spoken, and just keeping track of all of that. I'm just going to cut the rigmarole, okay? So as far as the workload, I can handle it. So this year I was a part of SGA, I was a part of RHA, I was a part of University Union. Actually, I am a part of University Union, and I'm doing Toastmasters. And so it has really taught me a lot when it comes to balancing my workload with school and priority and what I want to do. And anything that's important to me, I put top notch, and that's Toastmasters. Toastmasters means a lot to me. When I have a bad day or when I'm not feeling too well, literally I come here and it goes away. And it just feels so good connecting with you all and being a part of this community. It just really means so much to me. And I want nothing more, honestly, than to be the Vice President of Education, because I really feel like I will be able to do a good job, as good of a job, honestly, as Tyler's done. That's my goal, is to be, if elected, to be as good as him. In just doing this job and connecting with everyone in the club and other people. I know that I didn't run for PR, but I feel like Vice President of Education, it combines PR, because you have to know how to promote the club to others, and you have to get people to, you have to know the information about the club, and you have to get people to feel galvanized and feel like they want to be a part of Toastmasters. And I feel like I can do that. I feel like I can, as you all know, bring the energy. And I feel like that excitement that I have for Toastmasters and just the club, really, I feel like I can bring that. And I want it so badly. This may sound like a mess and all over the place, but it's because I want it. And it's because I know I can do a good job. And I know I will if given the opportunity to do it. So, thank you.
And this is your proposal?
Gotcha. All right. So, would anyone else like to run for VPE? Zach. Hey. All right.
So over my many years in Toastmasters, I've come across amazing VPEs and horrible VPEs. There was VPEs that I honestly didn't have any communication with, and I didn't know how far am I getting in this club. And honestly, it took me so long to complete my CL because they didn't communicate, oh, that's actually a goal I need to set for me to be actually successful in this club. Now, Tyler was the best VPE that I've ever experienced over these years. And I do mean that. Because not only do you communicate well what we need to do, but you also create a detailed checklist. And that's an amazing thing for us to have. So with this role, if I have this, I plan to continue everything that Tyler does. The only difference is make it a whole lot more public. I think it's a little bit, for me at least, it was somewhat a surprise when Tyler announced we got President's Distinguished on that last meeting. Because a lot of us didn't know our progress. So putting up a board like right over there saying, oh, this is the checklist, we did this, and this. We're this close to getting President's Distinguished, or this person is getting this close to getting their competent communicator. Not only is that a sense of pride for our members, like I completed all of these things, but it's a sense of community. We are working towards this goal. So making everything public is a great way for us to bolster not only ourselves individually, but as a team or as a club. So, yet again, my goal is to continue everything that Tyler has done, just a little bit more public. And thank you.
All right. Anyone else like to run for BPE?
I thought that was...
All right. Given the awkward silence, I guess we'll move on. All right. Now for the penultimate one, president. So only officers can run for president because we don't want no overthrowing of the club in the future. So we made it a thing during our first year that only officers can run. Also makes sense because the president has to teach everyone how to use certain roles. So who would like to run for president of the upcoming 2018-2019 year? All right, I guess I'll...
Or they could make their decision after you run.
It's true. All right. So, oh wait, I didn't even explain what the president does. Okay. Okay, so president does a little bit. I tried to write it down, and it was a lot because the president does a little bit of everything. For every single one of these roles, I guess I'll just speak in first person since. Okay. So every single one of these roles, I do a little bit of each. So if say Jessica has an idea for say Mexican food, she'd come to me and say, "Is Mexican food a good idea?" It's like, "Of course, Mexican food is a great idea." And then if say Serena had a question about SAA, she'd come to me. Anything that has to do with like ideas or questioning about the club or what they do as a role, they come to me. And also Tyler likes to double check everything with me as well. And then Bhanodai likes to roast me about not having a bank account. So it's a lot of things. And there's a lot of things at the club that the president has to deal with as well. Other Toastmasters clubs in our area, usually they contact me to see if they want to collaborate with certain events or if they could speak at our club, which usually they can't because we're usually full. And also just random people that show up. Oh my God. And I also roast people who don't pay dues. Like, so, what's some other things? Oh yeah, and also if people email me, I'm usually the one on the flyers with the phone number and the email, so a lot of people inquire about the club, usually are sending emails or texting me. And then also one other thing is, I'm the one who sets the goal for the club, which is Presidential Distinguished. And it could be different awards like Select or just Distinguished, but usually I just set the bar high because we've achieved it before, I'm pretty sure we can do it. And another main goal is to make sure that the club survives. That's also a big thing too. And thrives. And thrives. All right. So since no one, okay. All right.
Wait, did you say since no one?
Yeah, this is not my speech. I was just explaining.
Oh.
Oh, well, like.
Oh my gosh. That's why it was hard to write down everything the president does, because there's just so much. Okay, so now I'll go into my actual speech. Sorry. All right. So when I started this club in my freshman year, we had around 6 people, and we were in the basement of Tate. No one could find us, and we wanted to grow. And I was given the role of BPR, and I prospered from that role and learned a lot. And then the year after that, I became BPE, And I was not the bad VP that Zach was talking about. Okay, no. And then I learned a lot from that, and then now I'm currently president. I learned a lot from just doing all these roles in the past 3 years. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. But now I want to continue and conclude at my senior year, my last year here, by being the president again. There's this famous quote from one of our former VP PRs named Christopher Travers. He said, "People want progress," that was ugly G, "but don't like change." I think it's credit. So, people want progress, but don't like change. Our former president, Alex Matthews, he told me the reason why he ran for 2 terms is because a lot of times when there's a change of leader, the Toastmasters Club typically declines or in some cases dissolves. So learning from all I've had from the 3 years and this past year as president, I hope to help this club progress and hopefully not change. And also one of our main goals as a team of officers this year is that we noticed that in our last semester in like 2016 to 2017, the demographics of the club changed to a lot more older and graduate students, which means if, say, we all graduate, we have no leaders. So we made sure to make it a goal for this year to be future-oriented and to have a balance, to have more freshmen, more sophomores, more juniors, and just have more balance so that for future generations, our club can continue to progress and survive and thrive. So, one of the things that I like to do is help the officers bring in their ideas and to help them bring it into fruition. For example, Jessica was the one who actually brought up committees. And because of that, now we have a lot of people like Serena and Ella who are in these committees that are now hopefully maybe getting into leadership positions. Well, I mean, Serena, we're not having competitions. So yeah, so all these things to help bring in the next generation. And also, I wanted to change up a few things because I did learn as president that we are a different group of people now as opposed to last year. For example, Wednesday meetings, it's only me, Saad, and Jessica, and Nin for most of those. And I see that a lot of people want different things. The demands have changed, so we got to change supply. And I'm thinking of bringing back small groups. Small groups is something that was here during my freshman year where we'd have one leader that would lead the small groups. And they'd run through goal setting, do dynamic table topics or hot seat table topics. And then they do one random event for that week. So let's say that random event would be walking around Tate and then just introducing yourself to random people. That was a crazy one. But something to change it up. And also would usually host it in Tate. That's something we could bring back instead of having just table topics and speak-a-thons. We will still have speak-a-thons so that Jessica can have her 20-minute speeches. And because it is still popular. But we will change up some Wednesday meetings so that it'll accommodate the new group. And also, I want to just help the group progress and just continue to survive. Because even though we are a group of people that really enjoy the club, we need to keep spreading the word. Because this is one thing that Alex told me, our former president. He said, although it looks good, you have to keep bringing people in. Because people will graduate, people will transfer, people just become unmotivated sometimes. And then that's when you get comfortable and there's decline. So you have to constantly be kind of pessimistic and just keep moving forward. So I want to keep with this mentality and bring it to the next group to not only lead once again, but also to teach and guide the next generation so that they can continue to lead and progress for years and years. Hopefully we live on for a long time, but that's the goal. And also, we did achieve the highest award, I'd like to mention, Presidential Distinguished, which is great. All right, and that concludes why you should vote for me as president again.
Is this your preferred position?
Yeah.
Good start.
Yes.
Also, if you run over, do you get disqualified? Because I think you ran a little bit over.
I mean,
I don't get a ribbon, I guess.
so since we have extra time, can we have a question and answer session?
I had an idea.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Is to have everybody that ran line up and on the stage and people question and answer. Well,
Oh, this is the question is.
yeah.
Yes.
I actually would like to rescind treasurer because I really want to do PR.
Okay.
Pause. Okay, so Jazz is taking herself out of treasurer and Ryan's putting himself in treasurer. Okay.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. Take your speech.
Speech.
That's right. Ryan, it is a requirement that you do a speech. It is a requirement. It makes sense.
Well, you
Given
can
the
come up and then sit back down, right? Theoretically.
Ryan,
that's your vision.
is this your preferred position?
This is, yes.
Okay. Good luck, sir.
Yeah, so what's up, guys? I started Toastmasters last semester, and I just fell in love with it. It's very much aligned with my goals in my life, and I take it very seriously, and I really talk about it in high regards because it's going to help me get to where I want to be in life. And I've really committed myself to this club. I thought a lot about running and stuff, but yeah, it's something